started. Okay, let's kick it off like formally. My name is Adam. I'm from WSC Sports. Yanis, maybe please introduce yourself, your position, and for those who are not from Greece, maybe a little bit about the health.
I'm working from 85 in media, from 89 Mega Channel till 2003 in sports department, and after continue to ERT. Now I'm in the place of head of sport, director of sports for TV, radio, and website.
TV, radio, and website of ELT. Brilliant. Andreas?
Thank you very much for the invitation. It's been great to be in this wonderful venue. It brings back memories from 20 years ago when I used to work for the Olympics.
It's nice to see the 500 million euro stadium outside.
Exactly, exactly. So I work as a product and marketing for digital media at Nova Sports. We are part of United Media, and we are partners. We work together for almost the last 2 years with WSC. This is it.
And your roles of responsibility within Nova?
My role is mainly to guide the editorial newsroom, to introduce new technologies, run projects, and guide editors how to apply best practices and grow together with the flow.
So I guess we're moving from a panel that's all about new digital media, scoring apps, websites, fully digital, and we have a panel here with the traditional caretakers of sports. And maybe I can share a little bit of statistics as kind of a segue for our first question. All in all, I assume everybody here in the crowd has heard the term cord cutting, which refers to the movement of traditional users or viewers from traditional media, such as television, to digital outlets. So to put a little bit of color on that, since 2021 and 2023, globally, we've seen a decrease of over 30 million pay TV subscribers. In the US, the decline is much, much stronger. That today, actually, the latest data shows that 50% of US citizens don't subscribe to traditional cable satellite television. So we see that streaming is kind of, this is the wave. I was wondering if this is the same trend here in Greece. Yanis, maybe you could share?
First of all, to tell you that coming from traditional media, last 3 decades, I think that the problem in our era concerns the ethical approach of the media. I mean, you can see the content in your presentation and the possibility in a few seconds or in a few minutes to create a real story from a game, okay? In my point of view, the most important is to create an ethical story, not to create only a story. What I mean, it's very simple to order, according to your system, a story concerning the reaction of Ronaldo. It's very simple. In 2 minutes, probably we'll have from a specific game, okay? But the problem is, if this story is real or is fake, what I mean, if you don't promote what happened before the reaction of Ronaldo, you promote a fake story. And this is the problem for the users and for the creators, to promote and to distribute real stories. So I think that the role of the human is very, very important, to choose the special moments and to create the real stories.
Absolutely. Maybe I can actually even add to that. I think what is really unique about our core technology and the new technology, that it's not, this technology isn't coming out of thin air. It's not technology creating technology. The AI in WSC, it's been around now for 15 years, which is amazing to talk about AI 15 years ago, is first of all trained by video editors. It's trained by humans and by people, like when Shaka mentioned MagiCrop, for example, the cropping tool, where the tool was trained actually by how other editors are making this crop. And when we're talking about the future, like generative AI, so creating a large sports model which is dedicated to our industry, it's based on the fact that we believe, I think, this is my opinion, that if we try to be great at everything, we're never going to be great in one thing. And we're using all the data that we've collected from people, from editors, to train these models. So eventually, the stories that you want to share are the stories that are ethically and the stories that tell the story with the right context, as you mentioned. And yet, again, I'm wondering, like, for example, about Earthflix. So even ERT, and this is a general statement regarding public broadcasters that we usually see are a bit slower to move into these directions, as they play a public role more than a commercial role.
Yes.
What was the thinking behind the launch of Earthflix? What was the challenges?
I think that it was a very successful experiment in the Greek market, or how can I tell, in the Greek society. It's very popular, especially in the young generation. Young people like more every day Earthflix, and the possibility to access in special events. Even my daughter, for example, likes too much to watch Earthflix. It's a very good message.
And Andreas, how about Eon? I don't recall how long Eon has been in the market here.
Eon has been in the market for more than 2 years, 3 years. It's Eon is just another step in the road to innovation. Nova has been at the forefront of innovation since the beginning of its launch, and we always try to open the road, try new things. Some of these fail, some of them open more the road. So we shape, we educate the market, we shape consumer behavior. So for us, Eon is it's not just a platform. For us, Eon is the center of entertainment inside the household, and in our case here are the fans. So we believe that through Eon you have the chance to live the excitement of games, live, on demand, and not only that, not only Nova's content, but also other platforms' content. So we want to be the center of entertainment.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask the question about Cosmote and Nova and the collaboration. I don't want to walk into a minefield, but I thought that was also quite innovative to see here in the market.
I can say a few things if you want.
Sure, go ahead.
It's for us you have to evolve, and cord cutting is just part of the evolution, and you have always to adapt. So for us, our priority is always to offer premium content. This is what the fans want from a pay TV operator. And introducing Eon in the Greek market, we have also we started to shift subscribers from the traditional satellite connectivity to OTT. Now almost 55% plus 55% are watch sports from the OTT version. Obviously, the Greek landscape and the Greek peculiarities they don't allow us to have never a full OTT rollout. So I believe the satellite will always be there. But in this context, having good content. We have this very beneficial collaboration with Cosmote since last summer. And we have now a subscriber has access to almost all premium content. And we believe that we give more value. And also we protect better our entities. We know that piracy is a big threat here, and we saw some good benefits from this move.
Nice.
May
yeah,
I tell
go
you
ahead.
something? In my opinion, the most important is not how to increase the number of the memberships of the subscribers. The point is to improve the content and to upgrade the content. What I mean, to have better comments, to have better interviews, better flash interviews, better stories around the game, real stories and not fake stories. During last week I was in Morocco, participating in some special forum with FIFA, IOC, UEFA, and this was the main subject, how to upgrade the content in mixed zone. Now it will take place in front of a desk, not free in the room. How to improve the content from the press conference, from the flash interview on pitch, or to have a better pre-game or post-game. If we have better material, I think that will be easier also your job. And this is our target, because it's common target. The only problem who should to do something for this is the content creator problem and their accreditations. I'm a member of the working group of IOC and IPS for this matter. The problem is that IOC decided, of course, not to provide accreditation to the content creators anymore as media accreditation, to keep them with a distance from the real game, and to use, if I permit to tell this, that as promoter of the event of Olympic Games, for example, in Paris, but not for the special game, but for the stories around, and have some access to the mixed zone, not to the stand, only to the mixed zone, with a limit of space. Is a first step to control the situation, because personally I don't care for likes, I don't care for the viewers on social media. The main point is the real game, the competition of the athletes, the real event, and after the stories around. Of course, all the new media take care for the likes, for the views. I have seen K, million, okay, thousand. But if you don't have real content, there is no views.
That's absolutely right. You know what? That's actually a good segue to my question. We'll start with you, Yanis, because we're on the topic. Social media, you know, this came up in the previous panel. I think maybe is even more relevant for you guys.
Yes.
See, social media, and do you see an opportunity with social media? How do you, you know, all in all, how do you view it? What is your view? I think you started, but for you as someone who's managing the content of Greek basketball, of Greek football, very local, you know, everything
Yes.
Greek. What is your take on how to utilize the social media, if at all?
We try very hard. We have Pelagia here, specialized in social media of ERT, and we're working too hard to improve our records. Trying to have a combination between TV and social media and website, and to produce stories for social media using after in TV, or from the opposite side. We'll see next days in the final stage of the Greek Championship, the games between Panathinaikos and Olympiakos. We'll try to produce something different to the Greek audience. I'm not in position to tell you more.
Okay.
It will be a surprise, and to see what I mean.
What about you, Andreas?
For me, social media is a complementary distribution channel. It has unique consumption characteristics. You have young generations living there, almost living. So we try to push content, make content tailor-made to them. We try to understand their habits. Social media for us is, from a business point of view, is build brand awareness, expose our premium content or teasers of it, and where it is available also to exploit the monetization opportunities, which is limited in Greece as well. So.
Interesting. And maybe we can go and drop even another age group. So Shaka and Alan also referred to this before regarding kids content. Just to put maybe a terminology here, I'm going to refer as kids as between the ages of 8 to 12.
8 to 12.
Or maybe 8 to 14, but let's say this is the segment. Do you see you as either a public broadcaster or private broadcaster that hold a very wide portfolio of sports? Do you find yourself interested in creating sports content for kids, or maybe in your mind this is a challenge for the clubs themselves, the league themselves? It's in their interest to build this fandom, or is this in your interest to build this fandom, or maybe this is something that everybody needs to deal with together?
You mean content for sports activities concerning kids,
or
something
even,
like that?
Or maybe if I can make it I'll bring it down. If we see,
yes.
If the overall trend, for example, the younger you are,
yes.
the less likely you are to watch a live basketball game. Do you see yourself as someone who needs to now safeguard the future of this sport? As from a content perspective, are you going to focus on creating content that will resonate with kids that young?
I think that it would be very attractive and very nice to have content like this. But first of all, we must take care for the behavior of the parents during the sport activities of the kids. So it's a very interesting point to start from this point, because most violence we have during the kids' games and kids' competition, not the adults.
Not the adults. Andreas?
That would be, I think, absolutely necessary to look after these ages. But I think they need very specific, you need to build a strategy behind this, because they need a specific format and content to offer them. We don't do something like that so far. We target more Gen Z, millennials and upwards. But for sure, it's the next target age.
Absolutely. And maybe before we finish off, the obvious question. What is your outtake regarding AI? And what do you think, if at all, if AI is going to play a role within sports broadcast in the next, let's say, 5 years?
I think that we're in the first steps of IA. And I would like to tell you an example. A few months ago, I don't tell the name of the broadcasting, they tried to do a test with AI and the political news, okay? A test on the main news of the day. But bad comment for the Prime Minister destroyed the project for the next months. So we should wait, step by step.
Andreas?
Well, we have started using AI, as I said at the beginning, through WSC almost 2 years ago. We are still learning from it. It's a brand new field. and very chaotic. There is no rules, no framework, nothing. So we need to be very cautious how we are going to apply this. Obviously, the benefits and the potential is huge. We saw the examples before. It helped us a lot to increase productivity, produce better content and more tailor-made content. Things that would otherwise be impossible to achieve with just video editors, trying to find information in the libraries and to compose this. It's almost impossible. So yeah, we are going to live with this, and we have to learn first, and then start to move to the next steps.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If anybody wants to have a quick question, a round of questions, I think everybody is ready for their break.
For the break.
Yes,
Let's
we'll
go
head
coach.
They are hungry.
Thank you very much.